Hello nerd friends, I've got a top 5 list of my top 5 favorite video game consoles, which is kind of weird considering I don't actually own like a system that you like plug into your TV and all that, which, you know, whatever, but I play a lot of games at like other people's houses and all that. So yeah, here's the list. It's kind of a weird list, I will admit. If you disagree, go ahead and leave a comment. Number 5 is the Sony PS1. The reason I chose this as my number 5 is because I kind of grew up with this because my grandparents had one, still have one to this day. I play those games. I play some great games on there. You go back to that Tekken 3 video, you will see, boom, I'm playing on that PlayStation, that PS1 that I grew up with. That was like the first game console I ever really played on, so I kind of had to put it in the list. And it was like a monumental thing. Like that was kind of the big deal with 3D gaming when it kind of started out. So the PS1 is like, first of all, one of my favorite game consoles ever, and also just generally a great system. Number 4 is again Sony, the PlayStation 3. The reason it's the 3 and not like the 2 or the 4, which is weird because the 2 is literally the best selling console of all time. But the reason I picked the PS3 is, again, this is one that I kind of grew up with. I didn't use the PS2 that much because like my grandparents had the PS1. No one that I really knew for very long had a PS2, but my uncle has a PS3, and we'd always, because I used to go over there all the time after like school, so we'd always just sit there and play games on his PS3. And I guess Sony is like my growing up stuff. I don't play a lot of PS4 games. It's the PS3 that I really, really love, and I just love the DualShock 3 controller better than the DualShock 4. I don't know why. I just have always liked the PS3 controller better than the PS4 controller. I never liked the touchpad that's there, because like I'll always like, maybe if I need to hit like the start button to pause the game, I'll go and I'll accidentally hit the touchpad, and it just messes with everything. And I just don't like it. I just think that it's not very, I like it feels decent in my hand, but I don't know. I like the PS3 controller better. Number 3, this is kind of a weird choice. The number 3 is the Xbox One. The reason I picked the Xbox One is because the games on the Xbox One are amazing. The Xbox One is just, it's an overall great console. I mean, first of all, just look at it. It's great looking. It's really nice. Even going back to the first Xbox One, it's really nice looking with that sleek black, with the fan and the. It's just great. It's just a great, all-around great console because it's got the power. It's got literally one of my favorite controllers of all time. The Xbox One controller is basically just a refined version of the Xbox 360 controller, which again is one of my favorite controllers ever. It beats the PS3 controller, and that's saying something. I always thought that it just looked nicer than the PS4, which is weird considering the PS4 is technically the more powerful console. Most of my friends have the Xbox One, so I play it all the time. I always thought that like first-person shooter games always looked better to me on the Xbox. I don't know why. I liked the controller for like shooter games where you have to turn the camera, and like games like Grand Theft Auto, you have to turn the camera a lot to see other stuff. And the buttons are like a little bit more clicky, and you can just tell where they are better. And the games, like some of the exclusives for the Xbox are great. Number 2 is the Wii U. The reason it's the Wii U over like the Wii is because I really like the Wii U. I like the games for the Wii U. This is gonna sound weird, I like the gamepad. I love that thing. That thing is cool. It's big and bulky and doesn't really do much, but it's cool. I don't know why people hate on the Wii U. I mean, sure, it was underpowered, didn't have a lot of third-party games, and that weird gamepad ridiculously difficult to develop for, but still, it's a great console. It's got great games. Like it's got Mario, like the original Mario Kart 8. It's got Smash Bros. Smash 4. You know, that's literally one of my favorite games of all time. It's got the Tekken games. I don't know. The Wii U always just sort of sparked something for me. Like, this is new. This is cool. It may not be the most powerful console, but it is cool. It has the good games that I like to play. It has a lot of stuff. It's just a great, all-around great machine. All right, so number 1 is literally the newest game console out there right now, and that's the Nintendo Switch. The last 2 are Nintendo, which is weird considering everybody thinks that Nintendo's just like, oh, they're so kiddie and stupid. But in reality, that's their shtick. Sony and Microsoft are going more for like big gamer, which like wants all the power and wants the greatest thing and wants the newest games. And Nintendo's just laid back, like, hey, you want to just chill out on the couch, play some games? Go for it. Another something about that Switch is it's brand new. And it's super cool, because it's basically a console, but you can also take it anywhere. It's like the Wii U, where you have that gamepad, but it's like the gamepad doesn't have to be tethered to a Wii U. You don't need that dock at all. If you just want to play it in handheld mode and tabletop mode, go for it. It doesn't have a lot of games, but the games that that are out and are coming out are amazing. Like Skyrim. Skyrim's a great game, but now you can take the full game literally anywhere. I mean, some of the games that are being released, like FIFA and NBA and Skyrim, like Mario Odyssey, that's pretty cool. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has already came out, but oh my god. But yeah, there are some great games gonna come out for the Switch. Hopefully, the next Super Smash Bros. Game will come out for the Switch. Right, okay, so I actually have a couple of honorable mentions for this one. One of them being the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, because it's amazing, and it really kind of... I know the NES really restarted the gaming thing, but the SNES just took that and made it way better. And so that's one of my honorable mentions. The other one's the Xbox 360, because it basically redefined gaming when it came out. It had stuff like really decent online gaming, except for the whole, like, you have to pay a crap ton of money for it. It started off with the better games, and it was easier to develop for it than the PS3. So that's my top 5 list of my favorite game consoles. So what are your guys' 5 favorite game consoles? Be sure to post a comment. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter at Young Nerds. Also, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more awesome stuff. That's it for this week, guys, and I'll see you next time.